First, I special thanks to Deepali ma'am who gives this opportunity. Without her, I wouldn't be able to record this presentation. Thank you ma'am. Thanks for encourage and motivation too. Today, I am here to explain basic concept of autoimmunity and its diseases. But before moving there, we have to know about the immunity. Immune system is a defense system that not only keeps our body healthy but also keeps you shielded against any disease. It is the natural ability to fight against allergens and virus, bacteria, etc. The slides covers history of autoimmunity, introduction of autoimmunity, basic overview of immunity, when, why and how it happens means what are the causes of autoimmunities, autoimmune diseases, and last treatment of autoimmune diseases means diagnosis. Paul Ehrlich firstly known that our immune system attacks on self antigens instead of against foreign antigen. He termed this condition horror autotoxicus. Autoimmunity. Autoimmunity is the failure of an organism in recognizing its own constituent parts as non-self, which allows an immune response against its own cells and tissues. Any disease that results from such an aberrant immune response is termed as autoimmune disease. हम सभी जानते हैं टी सेल्स और बी सेल्स इम्यून सिस्टम का पार्ट होता है। जब भी कोई फॉरेन पार्टिकल्स या फॉरेन एंटीजन हमारी बॉडी में एंट्री लेता है या एंटर करता है, तब हमारा इम्यून सिस्टम एक्टिवेट होता है और बी सेल्स और टी सेल्स उसके अगेंस्ट काम करते हैं। लेकिन व्हाट हैपन्स व्हेन टी सेल्स एक्टिवेट एंड फाइट अगेंस्ट सेल्फ एंटीजन? इसे ही हम ऑटो इम्यून रिस्पॉन्स कहते हैं। Regulation of autoimmune response. Autoantibodies and autoreactive T cells, which exist even in healthy individuals, are usually regulated by a mechanism called immunological tolerance. Normally, immune system does not react to self-antigen due to protective mechanism of self-tolerance. If it is a failure, then the immune system reacts and produces an inappropriate response to self or autoantigens. That response called autoimmunity, which may lead to imbalance between lymphocyte activation and control mechanism. Common autoimmune diseases are pernicious anemia, rheumatoid arthritis, Graves' disease, myasthenia gravis, Hashimoto thyroiditis. Organs and tissues commonly affected by autoimmune disorder includes first, blood vessels, second, connective tissues, third, endocrine glands, fourth, joints, fifth, muscles, sixth, red blood cells, and seventh, skin. The cause of autoimmune response is generally unknown, but some scientists give the theory by which autoimmune response happens. First, defects in deletion of T or B cells or receptors, editing in B cells during maturations of these cells in the generative lymphoid organ. Self-reactive lymphocytes are eliminated during their development in the bone marrow and thymus, and that a failure to eliminate these lymphocytes lead to autoimmune consequences. Since the presence of these self-reactive lymphocytes in the periphery does not inevitably result in autoimmune reactions, their activity must be regulated in normal individuals through clonal energy or clonal suppression. A breakdown in this regulation can lead to activation of self-reactive clones of T or B cells, generating humoral or cell-mediated responses against self-antigens. These reactions can cause serious damage to cells and organs, sometimes with fatal consequences. Second is activation of antigen-presenting cells, which overcome regulatory mechanism and results in excessive T cell activation. Now, what are the mechanisms for induction of autoimmunity? First, inappropriate MHC second expression. Second, release of sequestered antigen. Third, molecular mimicry. And fourth, polyclonal activation of B cells. Out of four, one is most acceptable theory, that is inappropriate MHC second expression. All the nucleated cells carry MHC1 molecules, but MHC second molecules only found in antigen presenting cells. Antigen presenting cells are dendritic cells, macrophages, and B cells. They engulf the pathogens and break them into small fragments known as antigen molecules and then load into MHC second molecules and showcase to T cells for activation. Now, when T cells finds the MHC second molecules having antigen on their surface receptors of T cells, that is TCR, further TCR binds with MSC molecules. Further, T cells will activate T helper cells. Further, it will activate the B cells next for activation and wake up the antibody molecules. Whenever the MSC second molecules malfunctioning, whether by gene mutation or environmental factor, T cells does not determine self and non-self antigen. Third, sequestered antigens. Certain antigens remains hidden in secluded places. They are not accessible to the immune system. These antigens are called sequestered antigen or hidden antigens. These include lens antigen, sperm antigens, and thyroglobulin. When they are exposed to the immune system, they are recognized as non-self and autoimmune response is produced. Cessation of tolerance. Autoimmune response may result when tolerance to a self-antigen is stopped. Self-tolerance is the ability of the immune system to recognize self-produced antigen as a non-threat while appropriately mounting a response to foreign substance. This balance of immunological defense and self-tolerance is critical to normal physiological function and overall health. Fifth, loss of immunoregulation. The defect or lack of efficiency in the lymphoid cell population may result in loss of immunoregulation, leading to loss of tolerance control. Sixth, molecular mimicry. Seventh, gene mutation. And last, eighth, environmental factors as UV radiation. Autoimmune diseases. Based on the type of tissues and organ involved, the autoimmune disease is broadly classified into three groups. Hemolytic autoimmune diseases. Hemolytic autoimmune disease is a clinical disorder resulting in the destruction of the components of the blood. Here, autoantibodies are formed against one's own RBCs or platelets or leukocytes. Example, pernicious anemia. Second, localized autoimmune disease. Localized autoimmune disease, a particular organ is affected due to autoantibodies, hence it is also called organ-specific autoimmune disease. Examples are myasthenia gravis, adhesion disease, etc. Last, third, systemic autoimmune diseases. Systemic autoimmune disease affect the whole body or many organ, hence it is also called non-organ specific autoimmune disease. Examples are rheumatoid arthritis. Number 1. Pernicious anemia. This condition causes a deficiency of a protein made by stomach lining cells known as an intrinsic factor that is needed in order for the small intestine to absorb vitamin B12 from food. Without enough of this vitamin, one will develop anemia and the body's ability for proper DNA synthesis will be altered. It is necessary for proper hematopoiesis. Symptoms of this disease are weakness, tired, poor balance, and memory loss. In this diagram, you have seen due to lack of intrinsic factors, small intestine unable to absorb vitamin B12, which is necessary for red blood cells. Second, rheumatoid arthritis. In rheumatoid arthritis, the immune system attacks the lining of joints. This attack causes inflammation, swelling, and pain, redness and stiffness in the joints. Unlike osteoarthritis, which commonly affects men from 40 to 60 years, in this disease, Autoantibodies bind to normal circulating IgG antibodies, forming IgM IgG complexes that are deposited in the joints. Third, myasthenia gravis. Myasthenia gravis affects nerve impulses that help the brain in controlling the muscles. When the communication from nerves to muscles is impaired, signal cannot direct muscles to contact. The most common symptom is muscles weakness that get worse with activity and improve with rest. Oftenly, muscles that control eye movements, eyelid opening, swallowing, and facial movements are involved. Symptoms are dropping of eyelids, weakness of skeletal muscles, snarling. In normal condition, acetylcholine binds to their receptors in neuromuscular junction. In this case, muscles is activated, finally functioning normally. In second case, instead of acetylcholine, autoantibodies are binds with acetylcholine receptor, due to which muscles activation inhibited. Fourth, Graves' disease. Graves' disease attacks the thyroid gland in the neck, causing it to produce too much of its hormones into the blood, causing hyperthyroidism. Thyroid hormones control the body's energy usage, known as its metabolism. Symptoms of Graves' disease are bulging eyes, weight loss, rapid heart rate, brittle hair. Fifth, Hashimoto's thyroiditis. It is caused by autoantibody produced against thyroglobulin and thyroid peroxidase, which is a protein enzyme present inside the thyroid gland. The autoantibodies cause cell-mediated autoimmunity. This further activates TH cells. The TH activates TC cells and macrophages too. It is caused by autoantibody of IgG and IgM type against the constituent of the thyroid gland due to a combination of genetic and environmental factor. Symptoms of this disease are swelling of the thyroid, weight gain, sensitivity to cold, fatigue, hair loss. Systemic lupus erythematosus (SLE). The disease is caused by anti-nuclear autoantibodies against tissue antigens such as DNA, histones, RBC, platelets, leukocytes. Although doctors in the 1800s first described lupus as a skin disease because of the rash it commonly produces, the systemic form, which is mostly common, actually affects many organs. Symptoms of this disease: rashes, joint pain, fatigue. There are some treatment of these diseases are Graves' disease by antithyroid drug, myasthenia gravis by choline esterase inhibitors, rheumatoid arthritis by anti-inflammatory drugs, pernicious anemia by injection of vitamin B12 once in a month, and SLE by immunosuppressive drugs.